My name is Susan Rossignol. I'm the finance director for the town of Wyndham, and my office is here at Town Hall. I guess the simplest answer is if it has anything to do with cash, the finance department is involved. So from tax collections, motor vehicle registrations, from plumbing permits to recreation funds, all those funds are processed by the departments and ultimately show up in our collection department and then to finance to be recorded and accounted for. We also pay all of the expenses of the town. So our departments will enter an invoice for a project or an expense, any type of expense. They enter it into the Munis software. They approve it. Electronically, it flows over to Town Hall, where if the amount of the invoice is over $5,000, then the manager or the assistant manager will approve it, then I'll approve it, and then the checks will be cut. After the checks are cut, the town council has to sign off before any checks leave our office. Another big part of our job is grants. Departments love grants, unlike me, and they apply for them and get them approved. Once they get to finance, it's important that we read through the documents, make sure we understand what can be purchased, what the reimbursement process is, make sure we get the money back. We have two types of budgets. We have our CIP, our capital equipment budget. This covers a 10-year process. We present 10 years of department's requests or needs, and once that is in print, the manager's office will go through it and choose what's necessary for the operating budget, which is how the tax rate is calculated. The general operating budget starts in December. Departments again do their part. They input the text and the numbers to their budget requests. Those numbers then are reviewed by finance. Finance also handles all the revenues for the town, make sure we have historical documentation on it, and record that in the budget docs. The manager and assistant manager then meet with the department head, review the documents, and make changes as required to get the budget to what the taxpayers can afford. If you're going to do large projects and you're going to buy vehicles and that kind of thing, you gotta have bond documents. One of the big things we work on, takes almost 2 months, is preparing all the data for our financial advisor. And this is a lot of financial data, statistical data, and historical data. Put it all together so that he can sell our bonds, get us a good interest rate, keep our bond rating up, and then we get to do the projects and pay the bills. And the last thing is the audits. First of all, they're done once a year, and once the books are closed. Right now, we're using a gentleman who was from an auditing firm. He comes in July. He reviews all our books. He has access to everything we do. He reviews it, creates financial reports. I also do the same thing. We meet, we review, and then he submits his reports to the CPA, Peter Hall, who comes in September, complete the audit, sends it to council for review, meets with the council, and shares the results.